Hello, Tower. This is Digital 16 requesting clearance for takeoff, runway 11.
Digital 16, roger, you are cleared for takeoff, runway 11.
Okay, thank you, Tower. Takeoff on runway 11.
Hello, TEFS Talon here, and today I'm going to be showing you the mission editor in Lock-On. So we first select the mission editor from the main screen, and once that's loaded, you'll notice two main sections. On the left hand side we have the map, and this will be used extensively later on, but for now we're going to be focusing primarily on the right hand side of the screen, and this is where we can first start setting up all our preferences for the mission. So on the top right hand side you'll see a box that's labeled time, and what this allows us to do is select the date and time at which the mission starts. So for example, I'm going to start this mission on the 50th day at 8 p.m. So I simply highlight the first box and type in 50, and highlight the second box and type in 20. The third box I would be using if I was starting the mission at, for example, 8:30 instead of 8. So just as a note, Lock-On displays time from 1 to 24 hours instead of the standard 1 to 12 hours with the AM and PM signs. So if you're starting at dawn instead of dusk, you know why. So once we have that selected, we can move down to the coalitions section. And what you'll notice are two columns. One is labeled list and one is labeled selected. Now the list column displays all of the coalitions that aren't going to be used in the mission, and the selected column displays just the opposite. So first off, what I'm going to do is move all of these coalitions into the list side so I can sort of recategorize them. So what we do is we'll be starting with the selected side, and we will select Russia first. And in the center, you'll notice two left and right arrow buttons. One is labeled red, one is labeled blue. Red and blue are the two different teams or sides that you have when making a mission. So once we've selected Russia, we go over to the left arrow that is labeled as the red team, and we simply click it, and then we do the same for Ukraine. Then we move our mouse down, select the US, and under the blue left click arrow we select that, and just keep on clicking until all of them are in the list category. So now that we have that, we can start moving coalitions into the red side or into the blue side, and we're going to start with the red side. So first off, I'm just going to select Russia, and to move them into the red team, we go over to the arrow, the right arrow labeled as red, and we click that, and we're going to move Ukraine in there too. And then for the blue side, I'm just going to put in the US and then select Germany and put in Germany. So once we have that, we can simply click OK, and it'll bring us to the next screen. Alright, so now we have a much bigger picture of the map, but we can't exactly see all of it yet. So in order to do that, if you have a mouse with a scroll wheel, you can simply zoom in or zoom out with that. Or, alternatively, if you don't, on the bottom left hand side, you will have a bunch of options to control zoom. For example, you can click the plus sign, and it won't zoom in automatically. You have to bring your cursor onto the map, and for example, let's select this airport here, and we just put our pointer over it, and we just left click, and it'll zoom us in. Alternatively, what we can do is select an area and zoom into that. So this city here, Enipa, we can select that by holding down the left mouse button and simply dragging a box around it. and then letting go, and you'll notice that we zoom straight into the city. And we can alternatively do this with the minus sign on the left-hand corner, left-hand side, and zoom out. What you can also do if you just want to, in general, zoom in, there are also two right and left arrow click buttons on the bottom left-hand side. You can zoom in and zoom out with the right-hand arrow. So now you're probably wondering, what would we use to just sort of scroll around the map? Let's say I've zoomed in and I want to make waypoints, but I want to make sure they're accurate. How would I do that? Well, what you can do is, we'll just zoom in here real quick. You can just hold down the left mouse button and you'll notice a hand will pop up. And this means you're sort of pushing the map to either side, and you just simply move the mouse around and you can scroll around the map. Sort of following this road here right now, but that's how you do it.